position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So NC State's offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Tight end now in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. They'll send out the kicker here. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tar Heels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Going to swing it on second down. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
From the gun, running back gets to give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's not. Open space at the 25. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end, can catch the football and make big plays.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They get to him as he throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. starts a drive trying to go up top. That's caught. It's Claiborne. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to the...
Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Going right to work up top. They're setting up the screen. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Now the play fake. With the catch, it's John. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding... And he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Pulls it in. It's John. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. He'll keep it himself. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Wants to go up top on first down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So first down here as they go back to work. It's a reverse. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UNC!
One of the things I love about reverse plays is you take advantage of the defense's fast flow. And when they saw the ball going one way, everybody started running that. And all of a sudden they flip it to the receiver on the reverse going back the other way. He's got way too much speed for anybody to catch up. It's a really good play call and good timing on that play call as well.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Well, it's third and short, so you look for your easiest throw and easiest completion. That's to the tight end. He makes the catch, and you move the chains.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Gonna look downfield again. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He's looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Power football with the run. There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Tar Heels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's not.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quarterback making checks. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds a man on the right. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He'll try to pop the draw. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
And the Tar Heels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Here we go. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Nice catch along the sideline and great effort to stay in bounds.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Wants to throw again. Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Snagged in the middle, it's Claiborne. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
And the Tar Heels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. On the option. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Bully ball on 3rd and short.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the... You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on third down. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They boot it away on fourth down. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Tar Heels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. From the gun. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it down the left. Finds some room. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And the punishment has been extended. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Motion from the back. He's got it on the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tar Heels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the option. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field, but how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
He's got him. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Now on the option. Touchdown, North Carolina! Great job by the back on the option. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The give on the inside. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on. giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Field goal is good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Gets open down the middle.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
The defense selling out to stop it on 3rd and super short. They don't bring him down, Jesse. Next thing you know, he's in the 2nd level.
You're absolutely right. 3rd and inches like that, if you just get a little crease offensively, it can be a big play. And the back that time hit the hole and show off his speed.
Makes the grab. It's McNabb. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Tar Heels have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Looking for a huge play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The pitch to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Snap to the back. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, UNC! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good, and the other side. Well, they're just taking it right to the face.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Some misdirection with the counter. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. He's looking to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The inside handoff. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
On the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
From the shotgun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw, and it keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 20. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind, and there's a flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Lining up to add another. And it's perfect. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Gets the back moving. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Brings up 2nd down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting them the football. Near the line of scrimmage, bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Going downfield for the big play. And he makes the catch at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
With jet sweep pass. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. On the option. He'll toss it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
NC State 13.
And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. RPO complete to open the drive. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Hodges. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. There he goes! Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a man in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He's looking to throw. Under fire. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to fire on second down. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. The DBs will back off a bit. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.